Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying Read and Relax Day the same way I am. I'm in my couch tent. I got a blanket. I'm gonna go ahead and move this around a little bit so you guys can see what I did here. So I have a blanket back of the couch. I got all the couch cushions on the floor with me. I got a bunch of my favorite books in here. All over the place. I was just laying in here, reading, relaxing. I got over in the corners the bear. We've been snuggling. There's the book I read you earlier. Some of my favorite other books. Thought I'd read one more book with you from my cave. Hopefully you guys got to make a read and relax tent today. If not today, plenty of other days. So instead of Dr. Seuss, I pulled out one of my most favorite books. It's called Not Quite Narwal. I know you guys know what a narwhal is, right? It's a whale that has actually it's a tooth that looks like they have a unicorn horn. So this is, I have the cover off, but you can see on the spine, Not Quite Narwal. And it's written by, let's go inside the title page, because I took the cover off. You know I have a hard time holding the book covers. Jessie Sema wrote this. Not Quite Narwal. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. He knew early on that he was different from the other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's. He had different tastes in food, and he wasn't a very good swimmer. Those guys are narwhals. Kelp. I like that name. It's an ocean name. But his friends didn't seem to mind. So Kelp decided he wouldn't either. That is, until he was swept away by a strong current. Hey, that strong current kind of reminds me of Finding Dory. Remember when they were riding the turtles? And that strong current carried them the whole way? That's a text to movie connection I just made. We got speech bubble. I wish I was a better swimmer. Look what he has to have on his head when he's swimming. The narwhals don't have that. Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to land than he had ever been. High up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like kelp. Kelp swam towards land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that he could catch up with that creature that looked like him. When finally he reached the shore, Kelp felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. Oops, sorry guys. Oh, it wasn't. I think I skipped a page. Hold on. Oh, here it is. I did skip a page. Something didn't make sense to me, so I need to go back. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. This makes sense now. Oof, it wasn't. Ow. Eventually, he got the hang of it. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but also kind of scary. New things are scary, aren't they? Everything new is a little bit scary. Kelp began to think he might never find the creature that looked like him, but as he stumbled out of the forest, I think Kelp's being very brave. Land narwhals! Actually, we're unicorns, and by the looks of it, so are you. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all kinds of new things about his tusk. We call them horns. Wow! They introduced him to unicorn delicacies. And they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was in fact a unicorn. He was having so much fun, he did not want to leave. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly, so he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. Come back soon. Kelp swam back towards home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. Welcome home. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. Kelp! Butterflies in your stomach. That's kind of a feeling when you're nervous. You don't know what's going to happen. Kelp took a deep breath and he told his friends the news. Turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't. I'm a unicorn. We all knew that. They took it quite well. Kelp was happy to be home. But now that he'd experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns? Or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide. But then he realized that maybe just maybe he didn't have to choose. I'm a unicorn. That ended so funny. What is that guy? I love this story. It's really about being who you are, inside and out. All right, guys, I'm gonna snuggle up. My banky. I'm gonna pick another book. Spend some more time reading, relaxing. Hope you do the same. Tomorrow, I'm really hoping that we can all talk about some of the books that we read today. Share some news ones and some new favorites. See you tomorrow, guys.